Astro here. Welcome to the long and short. On this channel, we show you how to trade the crypto market from both a long and short-term perspective. It doesn't matter if you're a hodler or a scalper, we have something for you. These videos provide daily TA on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and a number of other cryptos, but we also post tutorials on how to take advantage of this market with smart money, price action trading techniques. If this is the type of content that you're looking for, please like if you're in the crypto fight, subscribe if you're with the vibe, share if you care, hit the bell if you need direct mail. That's a notification if you know what I'm saying. Now, let's get to the money. All right, let's go ahead and dive in. So what are we talking about today? Crypto Fear and Greed Index is currently sitting at 20, down from yesterday's 28. Thought we were getting a little bit too optimistic, and the market always knows how to humble folks. So we are now sitting back at 20 after sort of a bearish night. Okay, so we're going to take a look at the charts, see where there may be some opportunities. Right now, we're thinking about scaling, and we drew some of these areas out on the charts for all of the cryptos that we're watching. So we're going to take a look at that today as well. Scale in as well as scale out zones, and we'll talk about them in a bit of detail. All right, let's go ahead and get into a little bit of news. This kind of shocked me. Mr. Novogratz says that it's going to be a very difficult year for crypto. Now, when you have one of your bigger bulls in Bitcoin coming out saying that it's going to be a difficult year, right, you should sort of take notice to that. So the reason why he's saying it's going to be a difficult year is because of the Fed, right? We all know that they're going to raise the rates. I'm always asking the question to myself, how much are they going to raise the rates, right? And what are the factors that are going to make them raise those rates? We're hearing 25 basis points, but nothing is set in stone. Okay, so we have to see the market react first. So what I think is taking place in the market right now is most people are just taking profits on things, right? Amazon earnings are coming out tonight. I'm pretty sure if they're bad, the stock's going to keep going down. Okay, it's been down for the past couple of days, I think. So we need to pay attention to how the overall general market is working, especially tech stocks. Okay, now Novogratz says that since crypto took maybe a 50 to 70% beat down already, that most of it's over. But it will be a bumpy 3 to 4 months. Okay, so we need to be on the lookout for this. We had a feeling that prices may start to range out in these areas, and these are the things that we're looking for on the chart. We said either we're going to get very, very bullish or we're going to start to range. Okay, we may start to see lower prices. We have areas identified on where we're looking to scale in at, scale out at. Okay, so we're going to show all of this on the charts today. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin futures. All right, right now, the 13 EMA is still pummeling us down lower and lower to lower prices, right? And as long as this 13 EMA is swinging down, this is acting as a resistance level for us, okay? So as long as it's being honored and respected, then we'll respect it, all right? The market will tell you what to respect until it tells you what not to respect. So we wanted to see this 13 EMA get violated. Didn't really happen, okay? But you see the open interest is actually picking up at this point, okay? So people are anticipating things to happen. The Fed is going to make a lot of difference when it comes to this market. So we need to be on the lookout for these things. And taking a look at the commitment of traders, your larger speculators are pushing long. Your smaller speculators are trying to push short. Okay, we're feeling bearish, but out of nowhere, there could be a bull push, right? We have to be aware of that. And also your commercials are starting to take the opposite end of the larger speculators, which is net short. Okay, so the only thing that really gives me optimism right now into the future is that the larger speculators are starting to push long in their positions, which means the commercials are starting to push short. If the retail sort of crosses over and gets really, really, really bearish, okay, like if the sentiment really turns to like 10s and 15s on the Fear and Greed Index and prices are very low, I'm saying maybe 34, 33, 32 levels, okay, that's the area where you may see your bull runs, okay? So what we're looking for are equal lows or lows to get snatched around those areas for Bitcoin. We're going to try to find them on the chart and see where the most opportune areas are today, all right? Taking a look at the elder ray, also, bulls lost power, right? Bears still assuming power, but it seems to be weakening. A lot of anticipation on what's going to happen, but until we see these bulls flip over the zero line and the bears go with them, we may stay either in a range or in bearish territory, all right? Money flow, money is coming out of the market, and accumulation distribution is starting to swing back down to the distribution line. This was up earlier this morning. It swung back down, okay? So we'll continue to watch these things over time. Let's go ahead and dive into the charts. All right, let's dive into the total crypto market cap, currently sitting at 1.658 trillion. We want to see this break out of this weak zone. Currently seems like everything is trading right within a range. You have your low here, your high here, that was touched but not violated. Now, the only thing that really scares me right now is you still have a lot of area of imbalance up here to clear out on this candle, okay? So if price were to push up, I'm pretty sure the market would get ecstatic with that. You're going to have a lot of money coming back into the market, right? But it could be a fake out. So we should be aware that if price were to break above these equal highs that it's set, it could just be going to grab liquidity and also fill this imbalance and then turn us right back around. Okay, so these are levels that I think are equating to Bitcoin maybe somewhere around 40 something K. If I were to take a look at the Bitcoin daily chart, yeah, it's maybe around 40K where you have some confluence in these levels. Okay, so we want to watch and see if the crypto market cap can break up past 1.87. That means we'll be around 40K for Bitcoin. Can you keep going? All right, can you keep going? That is the big question. Otherwise, we're going to swing in the range, and these are things that we're anticipating going into the FOMC. We want to be in the strong area, the higher levels above 40K for Bitcoin and the relative crypto market at this time as we get to these blue lines. All right. If we're not and we're in a weaker zone and a lot of other stocks are getting crushed, right? Like the NASDAQ is getting crushed today. Amazon might get crushed today. Depends on what's going to happen with their earnings, right? But if things start to really seem dire, then you may end up in this range breaking down lower after we hit the FOMC and the market has to react to rises in interest rates. All right, so lots on the agenda, lots on the table. Once we start to clear some of these things off of the table, we'll have a bit more of a clearer path to the upside. All right, let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance right now at 41.72%. We want to see that stay and maintain in this level, if not climb a little bit higher. We said healthy percentage for Bitcoin is anywhere around 40 to 45%. So if we can get a little higher, that definitely makes the apex predator stronger. When it comes to Ethereum, you are pushing up higher, but the past couple of days have been very bearish in regards to Ethereum trying to push up into this 20% level of dominance of the crypto market. Okay, so not really able to get it. You're more on the downtrend. Things are looking a little dire for ETH dominance. This will help determine a bit what is going to also happen with a lot of altcoins. Okay, so if ETH dominance and Bitcoin dominance are starting to pick up, I think this correlates into people taking profits in altcoins and starting to move it into more blue chip cryptos, especially if you start to run into a bear market. This is what's going to happen. Some of these coins won't survive. Where are people going to take their earnings from those and put them into? Okay, more blue chip things like Bitcoin, things like Ethereum, layer one solutions. I think that these are the things that will get the majority of the market cap influx once we start to go into a bear market. Not everything will die, but some things will definitely die. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin scalping chart to see if there's any opportunities on our lower time frames. Bitcoin 1 hour chart. Let's take a look at what's actually happening with price here. So part of yesterday's video described how the move down in New York, okay, would probably start to stabilize. But at 4 p.m., they really kicked us down, okay? And then we stabilized. So going into Asia, we said that if Asia sat still, then London would probably move the market. We were hoping that London would move the market north. It just moved it further south, okay? But New York reacted to that. So this is maybe 4 in the morning, okay? So this is London. London's open around 2, so a couple of hours of trading, boom, they're pushing the price down, okay? And then boom, we start to swing sideways. Now, this consolidated area right here is sort of squeezed right in between two areas of important imbalance that we had cleared out before. Where are the areas of imbalance that are next to this area in price right now? If we look to the left, we can see one here, okay? Right, that was created on January 24th, okay? Now, if price were to go to this area, we're talking $35,000 Bitcoin. If price were to reverse from this area, okay, and start to create a range, this will give me confidence that we can start to play a range at that point. The only thing that concerns me is if we were to consolidate here, maybe push up, grab some liquidity, and then go back down to find the bottom of the range, which is more around 33. So I'm anticipating that this range will be created from between 35 to 33 from wherever these highs are currently, okay? So you have equal highs here. You have high levels set here, here. You could call this an equal high as well as this, okay? So we're watching this level going right into the liquidity. Where is it going to grab and run to? Okay, so you can see here that when we speak about the liquidity runs, you have equal highs, okay? Price runs that liquidity. It can turn around and push a little harder. This was the rocket fuel that price needed to push the price all the way down, okay? So As it gets to these levels, we're trying to find where the bottom of the range is going to be, and then we can start to execute some plays. Sometimes you have to be a little patient on these charts, okay? Can't trade everything. I'm pretty sure a lot of people thought that price was very bullish at this point. Look at market structure. It's telling you it wants to go higher, okay? Even breaking out of this area of market structure tells us that price wants to go higher. But we actually got sat down. These are the type of things that fake traders out, especially on breakouts, okay? Once this range is established, then we'll know how to trade it. All right, we'll know where the lows are, we'll know where the highs are, we'll know where the intermediate lows are and highs are, and we'll be able to devise a better strategy around where to get in, where to get out. That's pretty much it when it comes to the 1 hour chart. I am watching, I am waiting. You know, there are plays to be made here more towards the downside. As you can see, price set even levels here, spike this liquidity, and now it's starting to push a little bit lower, right? So all of our rules are being respected in the market, all of them, okay? Price is going to move the way that it wants to move. Your objective as a scalper and as a swing trader is to move with it when it determines when it wants to move. Your biggest identifiers of when price is going to move is when it spikes highs, right? When it takes out equal highs, takes out equal lows. This is what gives price enough rocket fuel again to push higher or lower depending on where it grabbed the liquidity from. The market's main job is to remain liquid, keep buyers and sellers in at all times. And the way that it does it is through these fluctuations. So when we find the bottom of this zone, we can expect more bullish activity. People to get hype. We may have a bullish February. Who knows? But right now, I think that we're trying to find the bottom. This Amazon news won't be any good, you know, when it comes to other things that may affect Bitcoin, right? Because all of these tech companies are taking hits right now. Tech companies are taking hits. No other sector is integrated with Bitcoin and cryptocurrency more than the tech sector right now. So if they get hit, then we'll get hit. All right, so if Amazon takes a hit tonight, you may be able to expect some bearish prices again tomorrow, which could push us to the lower end of these ranges. That's why we're just watching, waiting and seeing. There are short opportunities, I think, but you can definitely have price snatch lows, which it's near right now, and turn right around on you, okay? So we're just waiting for the low to be established, then we're going to go in. I think I've rambled on enough about that. Moving into Bitcoin long-term charts, let's take a look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, and our alts to see where these levels are. Okay, so you may notice our charts look a little bit different today. What we said in yesterday's video is that we'll start to outline some areas of where we may want to scale in and scale out. Now, don't worry, we still have all of our areas of high premium, low premium, discount, bargain set up. But what we're doing inside of these areas is also identifying areas where we may want to get in, okay? And where we may want to get out as well. We're scaling in discount zones and bargain zones. And when I say scaling in, I'm not meaning dropping the entire bag, your entire paycheck, your life savings, or anything like that on these positions. And by the way, this is not financial advice. This is the way that we are playing the market. And if you find value in what we're doing, then you can try to employ this strategy too. All right. We recommend that you follow up with us every day because this is what we're watching in the market. And this is how we will continue to grow a stack over and over and over again on altcoins, Bitcoin. It doesn't matter what it is. When prices fall to these levels and you know that these coins may be around for the next 5 to 10 years, then these are the opportunity levels where you want to get in at because price may not see these levels again if they become super established projects, right? Which a lot of these are starting to fall into the fold of. Let's take a look at where the scale in and scale out positions are, okay? So for right now, the areas that we're looking to scale into Bitcoin, numerous. If Bitcoin were to fall to any of these levels that we see highlighted in blue, you'll be able to get a better idea if you just look to the right here. Hopefully you can see it, okay? But we're eyeing levels at 34, 32.9, 31, 30,000, of course, 28.8, 27.3, 24.6, 23.7, all the way down to 19.57, okay? These are areas that we're looking for. Now these aren't areas that we're just setting up just to put numbers in, okay? These are areas where there were either previous imbalances left or order blocks. As price is pushing up, right, institutions are leaving orders on the book. Some of these orders are short, all right? They want to come back and try to close those orders. There are specific levels where price will run all the way back down to in order for those institutions to close those levels. If they can buy it up, they can sell it back down, all right? Retail only has but so much power when it comes to really moving price on the chart. So being that we understand this and that they will sort of follow the formula of price action, and revisit these areas to close our orders, it's okay for us to be able to scale in at these levels as well, because that's where they're going to start to scale in. We want to play the game that the institutions play, then we have to get in where they get in and get out where they get out. It's as easy as that. Only question is, where are they getting in? Where are they getting out? Easiest places to look: imbalances in price, equal lows, equal highs, right? And order blocks, swings. These are the areas in price where price jumps from one level to the next, and you can expect that those levels will be respected if they get drawn back to, okay? So let's take a look at this. We're scaling in right now in Bitcoin, okay? We're waiting for the price to come down. We are being patient. We will wait for this. If price does come down to 34, scale in. Now, when we say scale in, we're saying, let's say, for example, I have $100, okay? $100 to bet on crypto. I don't want to bet it all at the same time. I know the rules, okay? What I'm looking for is opportunities for price to touch these levels. So let's say, for example, price comes down to 34,008. Am I going to spend the whole $100? No. I'm going to put $10 on that, all right? Why? Because if price is falling and crashing to these levels, I know that there are better levels that I really want to get in at. So I'll scale in a little bit at the higher levels, okay? Also, I'm right at the top of a discount zone, right? Doesn't make a lot of sense. Bitcoin may still be a little high in comparison to where it may end up if we really go into a bear market, all right? So with that under consideration, I'm not going to scale in a lot right there, just a little. And if it hits that level, a little bit more, right? It's this level, I'll do a little bit more. This level, a little bit more, right? Now, I'm not spending everything, right? Remember, you're trying to maintain some sort of dry powder because price can always fall to lower levels. Nothing is saying that price has to get caught here and turn around. Now, if you do catch one of these lower levels, in a way, it's very similar to catching the bottom, but that's also not what we're looking for, right? We're just looking to find good entry positions for the long-term hodl, right? Now, once we scale into these positions, where are we going to get out? And when we get out, how much are we going to get out? Scaling out is important, especially on altcoins, especially on things that you don't intend to hold. So identifying where you're scaling in, where you're getting out is the end all be all of sort of just watching price action, understanding where things are. All right. So we're going to cut through all of our coins very quickly. We had to dive into this example a little bit better so that people can get a clear view of where we're trying to get in. As price swings the range, we're going to swing with it. We know where we want to get in. We know where we want to get out. And every time that price achieves this swing up, we're taking profits. And as we're scaling out, we're not taking the whole bag. I'm taking 10% here, another 20% here, maybe 40% here, and I'll let 20% run, right? I hope I did that math right. You guys get what I'm saying, right? Whatever the highest level of scale out that I think price is going to hit, I'll leave a little bit in. I'm not going to take it all out at the same time. And the reason why is because you can get runners. What you actually see on your runners could end up being more than what you saw in your initial trade. These things happen in the market. So we need to be aware of just a couple of things: where we're getting in, where we're getting out, and let time and price do the rest. So Bitcoin scaling in anywhere from 34K down. All right. Our levels are 34, 32, 31, 30, 28, 27, 23, and where else? 19.5. Okay. Anything below 19.5, we're thinking that we're really in trouble for Bitcoin. And we may just have to wait it out to see where we're actually finding those levels, because at this point, you know, all of these entries will be at losses, and we don't want to allocate everything to something, right? We know Bitcoin will bounce back. We know Bitcoin is going to go for all-time highs again. So for certain things, it is important for you to get in at lower levels. But if you see price completely capitulating, you don't have to go on that ride either. All right, just save yourself some stress. Let's talk about ETH. All right, when it comes to Ethereum, we're trying to scale in anywhere under 2401. We have levels set at 1892, 1736, 1422, and 830. Now, you're asking yourself, would ETH ever go to $830 again? You know, if the economy crashes, definitely. All right. I think ETH can go back down to 500 if the economy crashes. Like, a lot of these coins will bleed out completely if the economy itself crashes. And these are the things that we're looking for, and why it's important for Jerome Powell to try to raise the rates, to try to control this outrageous economy that they printed all of this money and just gave to everyone. right? The inflation is going nuts. So these are things that we're aware of and that we're looking for, right? So when you see $800 Ethereum prices that I'm trying to get at a bargain, don't be mad at me for that. You should be trying to get it too, all right? Also, let's take a look at the scale out positions. Right at around 3K, we would scale out of ETH, okay? 36.76, 41.09, and 46.30. Again, all of these levels, again, order block areas, areas of imbalance where price still needs to fill in. If price achieves that fill in, right, we want to take some profits there because chances are price, might just turn around. Now, here's the sweet thing. If you take some profits, right, let's say, for example, you take 20% at this scale out level and price starts to fall again, okay? Don't you know you can use that 20% that you took profits on, right? Take maybe 10% of that, pocket the other 10%, throw it right back into the trade. This is how you start to compound your percentages on the way up. Every time price rises, it retraces. Just like every time it falls, it rises. Okay, this is a living, breathing organism. Okay, if you think about how the market works. So taking advantage of these lower areas, getting out at higher areas, re-putting back in some of that trade at the lower areas, and you'll have time to see all of this developing, right? This is not like a minute chart. This is a daily chart. You're going to have weeks to figure this stuff out and scale in, scale out at places where you want to, if you play it correctly, right? So understanding where these areas are is very important. And if price runs a bit over this, we're still anticipating for it to turn around. You have equal highs right here that could push price back down. You see these big wicks? All right. So all of these levels are thought out, right? I'm not just placing things in places so that I can say I'm scaling out here. No, these are actual levels that we're really watching, that we're really going to play, and that will really show you over time how the outcome, plays out. Okay. So that's Ethereum. Let's go ahead and dive into Binance, and we'll cut through the rest of these. A lot of this video was sort of instructional because moving forward, we're going to be showing you guys a lot of this stuff very quickly, right? You'll be able to check in with us. 15, 20 minutes, you'll have everything that you need to see in price, where we're scaling in, where we're scaling out, etc. And again, not giving you guys financial advice, but I'm pretty sure people would like to know where these levels are in price that are sort of important when it comes to the chart. Everybody can draw a trend line and everybody can use an indicator. But the simplest thing to do is usually the best thing to do when it comes to technical analysis, right? The things that everybody's looking at are usually the things that get exploited in price. The things that people aren't really looking at are the things that usually aren't exploited in price. When you're playing levels like this off of imbalance and liquidity, you are part of the exploitation, if you get what I'm saying. You're putting yourself more into an institutional mind state and thought process rather than an old TA process, which is what a lot of people are trapped in, and I'm trying to help you guys break out of. Okay, so let's dive deeper. Let's get to BNB, and we'll cut through the rest of these alts pretty quick. We'll just call out the levels, okay? And in future videos, we'll dive a little bit deeper. We don't want this one to get too long. All right. When it comes to BNB, we are scaling in really anywhere under 350, 327, 361 are the numbers that we're looking at, all the way down to around 139. Do I think BNB is going to get to 89.5? If the economy crashes, sure. But right now, I don't think that it really wants to visit those levels. You are being held up in the low premium zone right here. Okay. Where we're scaling out is anywhere around 450, 560, 650. All right. These are the levels. Now, you may notice that we're not trying to scale out at the all-time high. Why? Because price just may not get there. How many times have we seen price approaching an all-time high and it didn't break it? Right. These are the things that we still want to be able to take profits on. Right. And for example, if we scale out to 20% and let's say, for example, we have 40% left of the trade in the market here. If it goes up, right, and we start to see a lot of bearish activity back down, then that other 20% that we wanted to take, we can just take it at this scale out level again. All right. If price reaches that level. Now, we could be waiting for something like a retrace or a bounce. OK, you have to really just play it by ear, watch the charts, watch the market, understand the macro perspective, and then take it from there. I can't tell you what's going to happen when price gets to these levels. And the reason why is because it depends on time, right? We got to wait to see. And depending on what the market's doing, the sentiment, the interest, everything else that's going on, is money coming in, is money coming out, then we'll know and have a better idea of what to do when we get to these levels. But right now, if we mark them, then we know where they are. We can watch them every day and prepare ourselves for action once they start to get there if things look favorable for us at that certain point in time. All right. Everything that we're doing here is going to take time to develop. All right. So we just want people to be aware of that. If you're looking for quick plays, we got plenty of things that we can show you guys on that too. But right now we're talking about a long-term hodl perspective. So I know I keep ranting on. Let's dive through the rest of these alts pretty quick. All right, for XRP, I'm looking to scale in somewhere around 52 cents if it were to drop into that bargain zone right now. We hold a decent amount of XRP, so I'm not looking to get a ton more. Also, areas to get in is maybe around 41 cents and 25 cents for XRP if it were to capitulate. Scale out levels are around 71 cents, 91 cents, $1.28, and $1.65 for XRP. Currently right now trading in the discounted zone, still at 60 cents in price. Moving on to Cardano, also trading in the discount zone. Okay, so our scale in areas for Cardano are back at $1. All right, we're looking for price to bounce to that level again, get in some more. We kind of missed it today. It did hit that level earlier today. All right, also 89 cents, 46 cents. And that looks like the lowest that we're really searching to get some Cardano is around 46 cents. Can it go lower? Of course. Right now in the discount zone, may anticipate for it to fall into a bargain zone, which is below 80 cents for us, okay? Areas where we're scaling out is around $1.72, $2.25, $2.91, which is right below the all-time high, okay? So these are the areas that we're looking for Cardano. All right, let's take a look at Solana. Now, one thing you may notice about Solana is that I have a scaling level above where price is actually sitting. And yes, we want to be part of that ride if price does go up to try to fill this imbalance, and then we'll make our decision once it reaches this midline between low premium and discount. Okay, so this is how we'll play some of these as well. We're not always looking for the lower price to get in. Sometimes we'll scale in a little bit higher. Not a lot of money at the top levels. We want to put the majority of bigger parts of the trade on at lower levels if we can get them. All right, but right now we have a couple of scaling levels. One at 113, one at 88, one at 46, one at 25. And our scale out levels for Solana would be at 164, 194, and 238. All right, when it comes to AVAX, our scale in levels are going to start somewhere around $60 and below. 45 is the next level down, 25, and then $10 AVAX would be a good buy for us if we're scaling in at this point. Now, we would want to take some profit once price did break into the low premium, so our first scale out will be at around 78, breaking up to try to see if we can take out these additional all-time highs, but taking some profit at this level would be better if you were able to get in lower. I wouldn't necessarily be looking to scale out if, in fact, I were just getting in here. You could play this range, okay, and you could be stuck between these scale out, scale in positions. That's also an option for you if you're willing to sort of just wait it out and see what happens as price swings in the range. Next scale out level is at 102, and the one above that is at 128, and that is for AVAX. Let's move on to Atom. All right, when it comes to Atom, we have some scale in positions, again, currently sitting a little bit below price, more into the discount zone, okay? So we're up on our trade for Atom, right? This blue line here is where we actually got in. So we had a down day. We kind of sat in that. We weren't really too scared. You know, we know that Atom has support levels here. Okay, so price is also responding today, up 9.8%. Okay, fine, whatever. Up 8% for the day. Okay, so we were happy that we held this trade. Now, we may actually start to take some profits here, right? If price does start to hit some of these scale out levels, I'm going to take some profit on this. Why not, guys? That's the entire objective of trading, right? I'm not going to sit here and just wait for Cosmos to go to the moon, okay? Even though I know it probably will, but scale out levels are set for a reason. That dry powder is going to allow you opportunities to do other things. Believe me, okay? It's important that you put that dry powder to the side when you can. So for Cosmos, we're scaling in at 26, 22, 20, 14, and 10. And we are scaling out at around 31, 34, 42. Moving to Polkadot, we are scaling in anywhere around 27.30 down. Okay, so our next level that we're looking for is around 17.40. There's a level up above that. Actually, let me reset this here. I want to set that there, buddy. Yes, sir. Okay, so the levels that we're looking for Polkadot to scale in. Let's reset this here. 27.30, $20.09, 17.41, 11.60, 9.16, and $5.77 are all pretty good scale in areas for Polkadot. All right. And for scale out areas, we're looking at $32, $34, $44, and $52. All right, moving on to Matic. Our scale-in levels are starting somewhere around $1.45. Next one down is $1.30, $1.15 approximately, and next $1.02, 73 cents, 57 cents, 40 cents, and 23 cents. Why do we have so many levels, right? There's a lot of different confluences below here, right? I'm finding imbalances, I'm finding order blocks. And so if price starts to crack through these levels, okay, then these are areas where I'm interested in getting in, even if the ride is just for a week or two. Because what we understand and what we know is that once price fills these areas and hits these levels, okay, it's sort of primed to go the other way. So where the price is primed to go the other way on scale ends, it's primed to go the other way once it hits low levels, right? Or fills imbalances or reaches order blocks. It's primed to go the other way. So this is where we're setting levels. And where is it primed to go the other way? At the higher marks, right? Where you want to take profit, same thing. Equal highs, areas of liquidity, imbalance, order blocks. It's the same on both sides. Once you find those areas on both sides, then it's a lot easier for you to just mark these things off and just watch price do what it do. Okay, so Matic is breaking into that discount zone, right? It's starting to get there. First scale out, the first scale in position is at $1.45. So we're going to watch this, okay? We're going to see if we can scale in a little bit on Matic if it does push to that point. Taking a look at Terra Luna, we'll run through the rest of these pretty quickly. Scaling in at $43, $29, $14, and $6.20. All right, these are areas where we're looking to get in, and we're looking to scale out at 57, 76, 84, and 95. For Theta, not a lot of levels set for Theta. We are looking at the $1.65 level to try to scale in, and to scale out, we have a couple of levels there. One at $8.27, the other at $9.44. But again, not really looking to put too much in on Theta. We'll take a shot here though with a little bit of cash and see what happens. All right. Harmony 1, the scale in areas are at 17 cents, 14 cents, 10 cents, 6 cents, and 2 cents. For Harmony 1, scale out areas would be at 25 cents, 32 cents, and 33 cents. For Secret Token, our scale in areas are starting at around $4.02. Under that, we see another area around $2, and below that, another area around $1. So pretty big jumps there, but we'll see what happens if price does get into these areas. We may only be hitting the $4 area, maybe $3. There may be some areas here that we can take a look at, but nothing really yelled at me in this area, right? This is a pretty hard, aggressive push up. So price did also retrace in these areas pretty well on its way up. So I'm not necessarily looking for anything right in this little gap here, looking more lower levels in the bargain zones if Secret does fall. And where we're getting out would be areas around $7.50, $8.40, and $9.60. Looking at Phantom, we would probably want to start scaling in somewhere around $1.68. $1.49. Okay, next level down will be $1.14, and then after that we have around 60 cents to 20 cents for scale in areas. Okay, now remember the lower areas, price will never get there probably, right, unless the price is actually just really capitulating and everything is falling off in the market. Also, some of these coins could die, right? If we understand that the coin is dying, then you're not trying to buy in these bargain areas, folks. You're letting it go. Okay, that's what you're going to need to do. When we look at areas to scale out, we're talking about $2.25, $2.70 approximately, and let's call it $2.95. Okay, that's what we're looking at for Phantom. All right, VeChain, few areas of scale in will probably be at around 4 cents, 3 cents, and 1 cent when it comes to VeChain. And areas of scale out will probably be around 15 cents, 18 cents, and 22 cents for VeChain. Okay, again, all of our rules apply to marking these levels. Let's see what price does. If it does start to break into some of these levels, right, 5 cents, you can have some fun with this if you guys really want to, right? And try to catch this really explosive price movement up if, in fact, it does start to push that way. But remember, take your profits at these scale out levels, because going from 5 cents to 15 cents with a pretty sizable, nice little piece of money in there, you know, you're making some profit. But not financial advice. You do have to be careful. VeChain has been on a downtrend, and there's no guarantee that this will go higher. All right, let's move forward with Algorand. Currently in a bargain zone right now. I think Algorand's a very good price. All right, we're looking to scale in at higher levels, actually, because we do believe that Algorand can definitely get some things done. But let me adjust this one here because I want to catch the imbalance going in rather than out. So the levels that we're looking at is $1.33, $1.06, 94 cents, 74 cents, all the way down to 23 cents. And if you're getting it at 75 cents and 25 cents, you might as well get it at 50 cents too, if it were to fall that low. Okay, so, but Algorand, another one that we're looking to improve positions on eventually, all right, but at lower levels possibly. When it comes to Filecoin, we are also in a bargain zone, trading right now, right at this scale-in level, right? So Filecoin right now, again, when you're seeing this downwards price action, you want to see more aggressive pushing. So if I'm looking at this type of price action, everything's been depressed. Do I really feel like scaling in right now? Probably not, right? I want to see if Filecoin can push off of this line. It has to. If it's not able to push off this line, even if it were to retrace, okay, that's fine. But I need to see it push off the line first. Break market structure, break market structure. Show me something, Filecoin. I like you, Filecoin, but are you going to show me something? I don't know. We'll see, right? Everything's sideways. And I think it's a victim of the overall market in general as well. If everything's falling, Filecoin will be affected. But right now, even though this is in the scale-in part of my chart, I'm not necessarily thinking about taking it. You don't have to take every scale-in either, okay? That's the thing about trading, folks. Being patient sometimes, even at levels that you draw, helps you understand that sometimes it just takes a day, another 2 or 3 days for you to see what's happening before you make your decision. And you shouldn't be afraid of that if you're first learning how to trade. All right, when it comes to Dogecoin, I'm looking at levels at around 9 cents and 7 cents, okay? And I know people are going to hate me for this, but there's a level below 1 cent at 0.008 for Doge that I'm eyeing, okay? This is essentially where this run started. So if price were to go back there, it's a pretty good price if you ask me. Can it go back there? Possibly. All right. Lots of meme coins out there. I think Doge has one of the strongest communities in crypto. And so that's what's going to keep it alive. People just aren't going to sell it. But if you fall to these lower levels, okay, nothing's impossible, guys. So we're looking to scale in at 9 cents, 7 cents, possibly 5 cents, and at these subterranean levels of 0.0088. Where we're scaling out will be around a quarter. 36 cents, 46 cents, and 60 cents would be the ultimate take profit for Doge if you ask me. Looking at Loop Ring, also 2 scale-in positions that we're taking a look at currently here, one at 64 cents and 44 cents. Our scale-out positions right now would be at $2.23, so call it 2 1/4, and $3.33. Currently right now trading at a bargain at 82 cents. So Loop Ring, a good buy in our opinion, but we want to see it get to these scaling levels before we really take any action there. When it comes to Engine Token, also trading in a discount at $1.62. Our scaling levels are sitting above and below, okay? First scaling level is going to be at $2.32, then $1.75, then also $1.29, 90 cents, 54 cents, and 18 cents for Engine Token. Do I think it'll get to these levels again? You may hit the top of this bargain zone. You just may do that, right? But these lower levels, not too positive that that's going to happen. For scale out positions, we're looking at $3.04, $3.42, and $3.84 to scale out of Engine. When it comes to Mana, we are looking at our scale-ins somewhere starting at around $2.11. Next one down, $1.50, take it or leave it, and the next one down is around $1, okay? So right now, Mana is trading at $2.55. Again, still in the discount zone, seems to be retracing a bit of the price action, but you're seeing some green movement here, just kind of crossed over into positive percentage, right? So where we're scaling out, somewhere around $3.70, somewhere around $4.70 as well, are good scale out areas for Mana. When it comes to Sandbox, multiple scale in areas, I think we want to take a larger piece of this metaverse into our portfolio. So we're going to scale in areas ranging anywhere below $2.83, right? So the first level is $2.83. Next level down is $1.80. Next level down is $1.22. And then a 90-cent entry is what we're looking for in the bargain area. Right now, Sandbox is trading at $3.51. Our scale out areas are $4.75, $6.28, and $6.70. Okay, so these are all areas that we're looking for to get in, get out. Remember the rules and you'll be okay. Moving forward on Chainlink, all right, also top scale in level, I would say would be somewhere around 24, but this is a fairly dangerous level for scaling in, so be careful if price does reach it. You're starting to break into a low premium zone. You can turn right back around. You do have highs here, okay, but probably wouldn't be a bad trade if you were to kind of just take this here and then just let it turn around. Take your profits, as soon as you get to that low premium zone. That's also an option, but not recommended. Also, $17 is a much better buy for Chainlink. Lower scale in areas would be around $14, $11, $8, $4. Okay, and our scale out levels would start at around $32. Next level up is 34. Next level up is around 48, and that's near the all-time high. So that's where we would be looking to really exit out of Chainlink with the majority of our position. Let the runner run if it's pushing strong. Okay, taking a look at Aave. Aave is sort of just sitting right now in a pretty crucial zone, right? It's creeping lower, creeping lower, creeping lower. But if you know anything about Aave and how hard this thing pushed last summer, right, you were seeing like big gains on a daily basis with this. And so do we think it'll push back up? I'm pretty sure. But there's a lot of things holding it down right now. The Fed is one of them. Okay, so in these bargain areas, we think are very good buys, right? So we actually have two levels set. It's really just one area for scaling here, okay? So these areas above price actually are good areas to scale in. This area is a bit more scary, okay? So if price were to fall to $90, we also think that's a good possible scale in. But if price were to go to $30, Aave, we may be in different territory, folks, right? So if we were to able to get it there, depending on the market sentiment and how things are moving, it would be a good buy, but chances are by that point, all of this stuff would be getting crushed and Aave may actually fall into lower prices, okay? Where we will scale out is starting around $400, $397, and then above that, $550, all right? And right now, we're looking at price trading at around $146.81, all right? So being patient with Aave, not necessarily jumping all the way in. We do like the way it does respond to these areas, though, okay? So if we're going to see Aave push, it needs to start to push pretty soon, giving us a little bit of confidence that, there's more bullish activity coming. All right, let's dive into the graph. So number of different areas where we will probably want to get into the graph. But again, negative price action, you have to be cautious. If price starts to break these levels, we may scale in a bit, but not very large positions, right? We see the negative price action. We don't want to lose a lot. You have to use proper risk management. Proper risk management is vital when you get into these levels of bargain and you see just all down price movement. All right, so what we're looking for, scaling in, is going to start maybe around $1, but again, we need to see a lot more bullish price action from the graph in order for us to actually take this trade. Also, we would need to think about levels of maybe 51, lower than that 31, then 14 cents and 2 cents for the graph. If we get lucky and start to push up, you'll see we have a scale out zone right here in this discount level because we're not so sure that price is going to push out of this zone. All right, so it doesn't hurt you to take some profits in the discount zone if it makes sense. There's two of them actually. All right, so starting to scale out somewhere around 73 cents, $1.14, $1.91, $2.02, and $2.28 would be our highest level in premium that we will be looking to get out the majority of our trade. All right, last but not least, let's talk about CRV. So curved out, currently trading at $3.01. Our scale-in areas are around $2.37, $1.37, and 81 cents. If price were to fall to these levels, we think that curve Dow is an excellent pickup. And our scale-out levels would start at $3.96, $5.25, and $6.01. These are all of the levels that we're looking at in price. Again, just being patient. We're waiting for the FOMC. We're waiting for Amazon earnings release tonight. The market is just sort of sitting there and watching people get wrecked. I was watching CNBC today. Lots of traders getting wrecked today. All right, lots of us. Okay, people didn't think that these prices would continue down, based on the last, bullish pump that we had. That gave a lot of people optimism. You can see it in the Fear and Greed Index. A lot of people were starting to say, yeah, this is the bull run. Not so much. The market knows how to humble us. Okay, so if we are swinging into a range, we're going to talk about how to start trading these ranges fairly soon. Okay, we're going to start to see some more live trades. But right now, I am not convinced that price is going to move bullish or bearish yet, which is why I'm thinking range. If we fall into a range, then we'll start to show how to execute within that range. Okay, guys? So other than that, being patient, but it's your boy Maestro. Thanks for tuning in to the long and short. Please like and subscribe. We love everybody that tunes into this channel. Y'all family. Y'all are the originals. Okay, so we're going to keep making this content and bringing it to you so that you have a better perspective of what's happening in this crypto market if you're not into these charts and a chart junkie like me. All right. So salute, love, respect, peace. We out of here. It's Maestro. This is the long and short.